Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Today we are doing a reading for twin flames and separation. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. Really appreciate it. It all matters. I'm also doing a giveaway as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure you're subscribed and you comment. If you are watching this intro, 333 is on the clock. That might be a significant number for you. So pile number one, let's start with that. Hello, my gorgeous and talented people. So today we are asking about twin flames and no contact. What's going on in this connection for pile number one? There's the Justice card, the Three of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Nine of Wands. So with the Justice card, something needs to be balanced. There's something balancing out right now. I feel like there is some level of balancing that's happening. But there is a lot of pain. There is a chance at renewal, though. But with the Nine of Wands, there's a lot. Is the Nine of Wands on your part? Is the line of at night? Is the Nine of Wands on your person's part? I feel like your person, like there is things that are evening out, and I feel like your person is very defensive, but also tired of fighting. Like your person is having to heed the call, like the judgment happens right before the world. It's right before the very end where you have to, part of that rebirth and a new beginning is the lessons you learned along the way. Which it sounds corny, but I feel like if there were problems, there are definitely consequences that are happening. The Justice card, if your heart was broken, if their heart was broken, or both your hearts were broken, and I feel like both your hearts were broken, but I feel like they are really having to come to the realization of whatever their part of the situation was, whether, even if they weren't the primary problem, but whatever part that they played, they're having to review. Yeah. I feel like I need a little bit of clarity on this Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands. Yeah. They're realizing that they can't keep doing what they've been doing. That, they've actually fought as hard and as long as they possibly could. But things are going to come to a conclusion anyways. And eventually they're going to have to let down that burden so their new beginning can happen. So your person, yeah, there was imbalance, and I feel like some level of karmic balance has been restored. And obviously, since you're in no contact, you may not have any idea that that's happening. But the scales are starting to be evened. Self-evaluation is happening. And the long, hard fight is going to end one way or another. So tell me, twin flames, no contact, what is happening in the situation? The High Priestess? Well, I mean, obviously there is a lot going on behind the curtain. Like there are because I feel like a lot of things are happening and you're not being kept in the loop on that information. With the High Priestess, I'm also feeling that there is a lot of spiritual, yeah, there is a lot of, I feel like you guys do have contact, but only and exclusively spiritually, not through talking or seeing each other. But nonetheless, it's just you still have that link, and I feel like a lot of you may continue to second guess it. So what's going on in this connection? Yeah, and also I think that it's interesting that this came up, even though it wasn't specifically to clarify the Three of Swords. There is going to be an ending where things have to be let go because of new self-evaluation, because of you know, spiritual information that if they were if they've been fighting off for a long time, it's going to come to a point where they have to let it go. So there is going to be a new beginning, and it's going to be a new beginning with clarity. It is not necessarily going to be an easy new beginning, because whatever the internal work that was done, there needs to be clarity brought into the situation so that things can heal. So, what's going on in this situation? The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands can be about movement. It can, of course, often be seen as the player card. I'm not necessarily getting player vibes on this one, but I am going to clarify it for you. But the Knight of Wands is the second fastest knight in the deck, and all knights are about movements. So there's going to be an impetus to move forward, and I also feel like this these revelations that are happening do require action. So what is happening in this connection? So there is, I think, because there is this willingness to bring in clarity, this movement, that there, I feel like as soon as this person's not completely done in the cycle, this person is still getting their revelations, and they're still having to progress to the next level, but they're right on the edge of it. And once they pass that level, there's hope for renewal between the two of you. Give me some clarity on the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands. Yeah, it's a call to action. Your person is getting a call to action, and I just looked over, and the Two of Cups is there. There is a call to action. There's a need to make a decision, and then But these are the decisions, like the decision to be open and honest, and the decision to, have something with balance in an emotional balanced way. The decision to clearly make the decision and go forward. There, so excuse me, I drop things as always. So your person, I'd say, they still have a little bit more progress they need to make. But what is happening, what you can't see, is that there is a cycle that's happening. And also, this is so close to the end of a cycle. The 10 of Wands is a cycle, but you need the end of a cycle, but you need to let it go. And so I feel like that there is going to be an end to this defensiveness, this knee-jerk defensiveness, and a move towards clear communication. So, no contact, the Three of Cups. Yeah, again, they're making in the point, like because they're still at this point where they're still facing these revelations, but they're not quite completely up to accepting them, even though they're on the edge of where they're eventually going to need to go. They're still, with this Four of Cups, they're still not quite ready, which a lot of you are, won't find that, you know, don't want to hear that. But the thing is, the blindfold needs to be taken off. And even though they're close to it, um, they need to be able to, with their decisions, with their actual, personal free will, really make the decision for themselves, and not because they're pushed into it even by spirit. Temperance. However, I am getting reconciliation cards. I am getting potentially new beginning cards. Once this person, your person, is able to properly discern this this process of having two things come together, there is a lot of divine intervention here. This person still has a few, they still have to find the truth regarding some things, and it is an inside job. They don't need to find the truth regarding you, they need to find the truth regarding them. So, twin flames in separation. Yeah. So this person, because they are getting so much input and guidance, but they're resistant, they are dealing with a lot of anxiety, and that anxiety, um they're actually having, because of this anxiety, they're having to do their self-exploration. So as much as we don't want our loved ones to feel pain, yeah, this self-examination is ultimately what is going to help them learn to genuinely walk their truth. With walking their truth, of course, my Frida Kahlo came out, which is about, really truly being yourself, regardless of anything, any other outside pressure. So part of what they're having to really, really understand and examine who they are, really having to face consequences, and really having to pare away anything that isn't their authentic self. This is, however, causing healing within them with that the star card. Like this is necessary for the healing process. And they are on their journey of self mastery. And I feel like their own self mastery helps clear their vision. I also get that the more self mastery that they do, the more that they can't help but see your worth. So, through this healing process, they're very much working on their heart chakra. They're very much this examination, this that that they actually really needed this uncertainty to have so that they could have this healing. And I was trying to find the other card, but it's not coming up. So um there your person is very much in a healing process. Um and they're not 100% at the end of that healing process because they do need to let down their guard completely and really come to a point where they let go of the burdens that are unhelpful. But they are gaining a greater appreciation for you, and they are definitely being able to discern that you're both beautiful, valuable, and not not interchangeable. That just this piece of shell has no other piece of shell like it. So they are starting to become comfortable with the idea of you being home to them. That being said, this is a process, and it's also a process that you don't that it's not in your best interest to interrupt, because unfortunately they do need to deal with the consequences of their actions, so that there can be health between the two of you. And there does need to be a level of discomfort for change. So just know that they are also hurting, and they are actually getting very, very. They're getting close to the end of their journey. in a spiritual growth sense. And obviously, as long as we're here, we're still on the journey. But they're getting they're they're a step below reaching their next level, and they do need to deal with the issues that they do have in order to hit that next level, in order to have better things between the two of you. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, booking readings. It all matters, and I'm very appreciative. And let's move on to our gorgeous pile number 2s. Hello, pile number 2s, my amazing, awesome people. All right, pile number 2. So, what's happening? Twin flames, no contact. There is the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the 2 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the 2 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. So with the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, is this person, does this person feel stuck? Do you feel stuck? I feel like a lot of this is about your possibly self-placed limitations. With the 8 of Cups, are you emotionally walking away? Okay, because they have emotionally walked away, you feel stuck. But the problem is you are not stuck. You are meant to take action, and you do need to take a wand and start moving forward. And I understand this is not a easy emotional time for you. But you believing that you don't have any options, that there's nowhere to go, that there's nothing you can do, is not beneficial to you. And truthfully, there may be nothing you can do to get through to this person. But you definitely shouldn't be stopping your life. Give me clarity on that 8 of Swords. Yeah. All right. You have trouble letting go. Ultimately, if this person is somebody that's going to be with you, they do have to come back of their own volition. You can't there you can't put in enough effort if they're not putting in their part. It doesn't matter. It does not matter how blessed this connection is. Until they put in their part, you can't put in 100%. Which means that you may need to make different decisions. So, what are they finding with this emotionally walking away? They are actually finding themselves. They're learning to take their own agency. What are these actions that you should be taking? King of Cups. Emotional self-growth and control. What you should be running towards is being in your emotions, but not being ruled by your emotions. Being the ruler of your emotions. So, what is the best decision you can make? So, it's funny because being in charge of your emotions, like there is an offer, like it can be an, and it's not an offer of affection. It is with your actions showing that you care. This isn't about talking, this is about showing. Okay, tell me what will help you release the situation more? You do not want to release the situation at all. You just want to go down with the ship. And the problem is, maybe if things are going to work out, maybe it has to be on another ship. Maybe you have to swing away and survive. What is more, what is something that they are still finding right now? I've got Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. Um, they're going towards their life path. With the Hierophant, are they in a commitment? Are they because I feel like because the Hierophant can be about commitment, but it can also be about societal pressures that we have. And I feel like this person is dealing with both societal pressures and their life mission. So I think the question is, are you working on your self empowerment, and are you working on your life mission? What would help you on your mission? Stop. You need to realize that you're not in a cage, that you can release yourself. So tell me more about this connection. Yeah, right now you're really emotionally going through it. But to be honest, you actually feeling the feelings instead of just telling yourself that there's nothing you can do. And again, that you both, in any twin relationship, you both have independent free will. Even if there's a lot of, even if spirit is knocking at your door, you still answer it or you don't. But yes, you need to process your emotions. You need to take mastery of your emotions. You need to realize that your emotions are your responsibility. And you need to invest towards the future. So if you're not doing things towards your future because you feel like your future is with this person, you're delaying things because this person's on their path and you have to be on yours. Because if you stay in one place, that wasn't the place that things worked out at. Eventually, if this person is moving forward, you also need to move forward. So, yeah, there is a need for self-development. And it is very important to deal with outmoded beliefs. It's very important to deal with unhealthy coping mechanisms that you may still have, because you are not a damsel. Whether you're male or female, you are meant to be the powerhouse. And obviously, it's hard to have emotional control during this entire journey, but you should be moving towards your prosperity, because again, this person, they're actually on their path. And this connection is going to be good fortune, but right now there is something broken in this connection. And if it isn't currently going both ways, that is broken. Now, that may be because between your unresolved issues and their unresolved issues, you guys aren't able to come together. But I feel like this person is actually moving forward towards their life purpose, their mission. So if you want to be in alignment, you have to also be moving towards yours. Yeah, for you, I'm getting that movement and self-growth are very important to you. Your own self-respect is very important. And ultimately, these pains, these twists and turns along the way, that you are going to come to a better, more healthy place. But you can't have a relationship without the other person's consent. That's stalking. You have to realize that they have a choice. And you do too. And you are absolutely meant to be strong. You are not meant to be in a prison. I didn't get you. I feel like I need to get you one more thing of advice. What you need to know is that everything going forward, you have to do in integrity. That if the all's fair in love and war does not apply. Being the best version of yourself, being responsible for yourself, that's what matters. So thank you. I really do appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I am going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. If you do want, excuse me, I just want to say thank you for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. It all matters, and I'm very grateful. So my gorgeous pile number 3s. All right, my beautiful pile number 3s. It's a no contact reading for twin flames. What is happening in your connection right now? Queen of Cups. Are you the Queen of Cups? Are they the Queen of Cups? I feel like your person is having more emotional openness and vulnerability. So with the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the... So I feel like your person is opening their heart. Your person has opened their heart. And they realize that there is unfulfilled potential. That there is this opportunity for really truly fulfilling happiness and success, and they are seeing you as somebody that is not in the same category as anybody else. But this person is very aware that this potential hasn't come into fruition. So give me some clarity on that Seven of Pentacles. So there is an impetus to move forward, to put one more pentacle in the mix. So it's just, if you come, it's there. This necessary action will move things from passive to active. And as much as the Knight of Pentacles gets a bad rep for being the slowest knight, all knights are about movement. This night, just, they come with a plan. So once they come, they're solid. So there is a knowledge that there needs to be a solid offer. So is this person going to give you so I feel like it's split, because some of these people, some of your people, they realize that they have an open heart for you, that all this is happiness. But if you were not cooperative, they've definitely come to the realization that you're the person who has to come forward. If you were the person who is always coming forward, they're coming to the realization that they are the one who will have to bring stability into this situation. It's yeah, you can't bring balance by so I feel like that there is a certain amount of acceptance in this pile, of that there is a want for this to happen, but it really depends on your individual situation, whether you're the person who needs to come forward and give something solid and real, or whether your person is the one who has to come through with something solid and real. But I don't want the people to come from a place of confusion, because we all want to fix things. And if again, if you were doing 100% of the work, they have to start putting in their part. So that's not an excuse to stop doing, things that would be self-respectful. So this Queen of Cups, yeah, they came to some revelations. They were heavily spiritually guided too, and these revelations have made them more open emotionally, more in control of themselves emotionally. With the Four of Cups, I feel like, again, a lot of them, depending on who is watching, some of them have come to the realization that, some of them come to the realization that as much as they see this potential future, that things, that that it may need to come to them. And other came through this revelation of realizing that they actually really do need to make a choice and really do need to make a decision for things to go forward, that it can't be done passively. Again, if you haven't been passive in this relationship, then it's not you. So with the Six of Wands, tell me about this. Yeah. Their own internal revelations are going to lead to giving you revelations and clarity. Again, this is a victory card and a victory card. So them finally coming through with truth, honesty, integrity, like really being very clear, and also being willing to say the hard things as well as the easy things. It is about coming forward in integrity, that there is going to be clarity. So what's going on in this relationship? Yeah, again, the Page of Pentacles comes out again, that there is, I feel like the wheels are starting to turn, that even if action hasn't happened yet, like there's already a plan in place. And of course, the Ace of Swords comes out again, because this, it is important that both of you act with integrity, with clarity, that you both communicate the difficult things as well as the not difficult things. So I feel like coming forward, there's going to be this offer, and this offer is going to allow there to be a real, honest new beginning. But things needed to fall apart for this to happen. And it probably was pretty unpleasant. But again, there is a new passionate beginning. And I feel like there's going to be clarity as well as passion, because there needs to be clarity for passion, because there is this well mature love between the two of you. So can I get advice for pile number 3? New chapter. So this is an end. And again, you are somebody who, this person has very mature feelings for you and has come to be able to emotionally both control themselves and actually really show each people that they care. So if that was a block before, it's going to be not so much of a block now. But new chapter, new beginning, and truthfulness. Again, I feel like both of you need to be kind, but lay things out. It's, yeah. And another card just popped out. You need to lay the truth on the table so that things can be fixed. But there's going to, that truth, that honesty is going to lead to a new beginning. With Celestial Teacher, I feel like you both have gone through a great deal of growth, and you both, with this coming together, with this being honest, with this passionate new beginning, that you are both going to be teachers to each other. But right now it's about this person has really come into their strength, whether male or female. Either way, there is a certain mastery of their feminine side. Um, yeah, there's again, I'm getting new beginning, new beginnings, healing, healing, hope. And again, the star comes right after the tower. So this is the hope after disaster. This is the new beginning, followed by new chapters, spiritual growth. So I feel like you guys are very close. But there has been coldness here. Um, but there is, with this rose quartz, there is an emotional opening. But I feel like these whatever these actions were that seemed closed off, uncaring, these are some of the things that when you guys are back together, you're going to have to address them. You're going to have to address them whether you like it or not. Again, it is coming from a place of caring, but just because this person comes back in your life does not automatically fix things. This person has done a lot of self-growth on their own, but again, you both have to be truth tellers. Just know that no matter what has happened, it is, yeah, it has only continued to beautify your heart. But yes, there is still a need to work together for this new, in this new beginning that you're going to have the opportunity for. Um, with the fish though, like it is prosperity. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to be giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment, and then you're in the running. For everybody else, I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It all matters, and I'm very grateful. I just appreciate you all. We're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 4s. Hello, pile number 4. All right, pile number 4, my gorgeous and talented people. Twin flame and separation. What's going on in this connection with the 4 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Well, if you're gonna get an Ace, I have to say that if you're gonna get a 10 of Swords, getting it with an Ace of Swords is a wonderful combination. There was an ending. It was rough. It was painful. It probably was an end to communication. There is, however, going to be communication coming back in, and there is going to be clarity and honesty coming in. So as difficult as things are, there is a new cycle happening. But with the 4 of Pentacles, which was the first card to come out, this is an energy of holding on too much because of fear, or holding back too much because of fear. Now, with the Knight of Cups, that is about a loving offer. So I'm first going to clarify that 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. So whether it is you or your person, If you're not letting the energy move, if you're not willing to deal with the now, there is a need to drop your baggage, because this particular, like, if and some of you may be afraid to let this person back into your life, and not for and there are probably good reasons for that to be the case. However, you're going to have to figure out if there's any way that you can find the strength and the courage, and if this isn't you, if that doesn't sound like you, your person is having to learn to come forward with that strength and that courage, to stop holding back, stop fighting, stop making decisions based solely on fear. Because that Four of Pentacles, whether you're just holding on to this situation so tightly, or whether you're holding your heart so tightly away from this person, either way is not in balance. And again, like with this leap of faith, it may be just dealing with things as they are, which can be difficult. So, what is going on in this connection? Three of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Swords, and the Emperor. When this person comes back in your life, there is going to be a need to address behaviors that haven't been good. There has to be some, with this new offer, you're going to have to be able to take, to really envision things. Like, I feel like things, there may be an investment, things that may not pan out right away. With this Emperor, is this person the Emperor? Are you the Emperor? Does that are some of you the? I feel like interchangeably, like, so for some people, you have really come into your strength and energy, and you're, for those of you, some of you are having to face your own actions and really truly taking responsibility for them. And this Three of Wands, of course, just pops out. So tell me more about this Three of Wands, because this Three of Wands is apparently, a Three of Wands is like making a decision to move forward, and having that time where things come into being, like having that moment where things come, that liminal moment between your expectation. Oh, okay. So I feel like this is about expectation. I feel like that there has been a desire for your ship to come in, for a while, And you may have to realize that the vision that you had, the ship that you wanted to come in, may come in a different way. You may truly have, like, again, there needs to be full clarity. And there has been poor actions, whether on your side or whether on theirs. I feel like, or whether on both of your sides, because their poor actions does not, it, it just doesn't, it does not mean that yours were okay. So, but this person is this person, yeah, there is a need for a cycle to fully end with this person. And you are going to have an opportunity at a new beginning, but the learning portion is going to be really important. Because if things don't get addressed, there is this chance for a new beginning, for everything to become clear, and to move forward healthily. And there's a opportunity for things to move on in the status quo, and you do not want the status quo. So give me clarity on this Seven of Swords. Yeah, I feel like whatever this, causing troubles so that there can be a running away. I feel like this person feels trapped by those options, and I feel like you also feel trapped by those options, because it's hard to envision a future and really clear yourself for a new beginning if things were not healthy. What's the best advice from my gorgeous pile number 3? I think it's pile number 4. With the Page of Swords, you need to gather information. You need to communicate. You need to be willing to learn. I feel like you can't come into this believing that you know everything. There is going to be a learning curve in this situation. No contact, twin flames. With It's funny because we have the 7, the 8, and the 9 of swords. I feel like the pain that was caused has continued to fester and grow. I feel like there hasn't been enough repair made. With the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. There is this chance for a new beginning in love. Again, there is going to be this loving offer. But this can move forward in integrity, or it can't move forward. And it doesn't matter how much you love them. And it even doesn't matter how much they love you. There needs to be corrections made. The best apology is changed behavior. So, no contact, twin flame. Okay, you got 2 cards. The Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. Now, there is somebody who's coming forward and is really going to have to, like, they're starting to really take ownership of their life. And they are starting to really have to consider their actions. I feel like there needs, and there are opposite actions that need to be taken in order to balance things out. One of you needs to have much stronger boundaries. I'm sorry, it's not showing up, but it is the Queen of Swords. So one of you has to have much stronger boundaries. One of you needs to be able to cut things out no matter how much you want them. And the other person is going to have to learn to both be in their emotions and be masters of their emotions. So between the two, so if you have always been, trying to make this work, you're the one who's going to have to put up more boundaries. Doesn't mean that it needs to, it doesn't mean that nothing can move or live or breathe, but it does mean that what's unacceptable is unacceptable. That regardless of any feelings, again, it does not mean things are acceptable that aren't acceptable. And there, from this other person, it's like it's part of the balance, because if you're the one who's been all in, you're going to have to take it back a little bit, because they need to be putting half the work in. So I feel like when this person comes forward, it's not going to be exactly what you expected it to be, and there is going to have to be repairs made, and there is going to have to be movement towards closing out old cycles so new and positive ones can exist. You can't just ignore the problems. So with the Three of Swords, I think that you do need to accept and acknowledge your heartbreak. You also may need to accept and acknowledge their heartbreak, even if the actions were very skewed to their extent, But there is this greater search for truth, and that search for truth, that willingness to actually that willingness to get to the basis, get to the real truth in this situation, the willingness to realize that you may not know everything, that there are things that you may not have known. Again, just because something may even explain somebody's behavior, again, does not excuse it. Unacceptable is unacceptable. But if somebody's willing to do their work, again, it's the cliche, you can help somebody who wants to be helped, but until they do, there's nothing that you can do. So this person, I feel like they're going to come in, and they're still going to be on this journey of finding their emotional intelligence. And you're going to have to be very clear. It's not that you can't be loving as the Queen of Swords, but you do have to be willing to let go of things that aren't right. And you do need to look at truths, whether they are pleasant truths or unpleasant truths. But just so you know, clarity is your friend. Even if it's an unpleasant truth, the clarity, again, the truth is going to set you free. The truth is going to allow things to move. The truth is going to bring internal, like once there's clarity, you're going to experience more freedom. And with the pearl is made out of difficulty. And over time, things get smooth, things get. So, for some of you, this person is still going to be a little rough. As for some people, this person, yeah, I feel like for most of you, this person is going to come back and they're still going to be a little bit rough. And you are going to have to be clear, be honest, and truly respect yourself. And in that space, this person is going to have an opportunity for the emotional growth that you guys will need for things to be healthy. Again, the tree can be health, but yeah, there's going to be more growth in this connection. Once you start talking again, there's going to be more work. It's not going to be completely handled. There is more face-to-face work that's going to have to happen. And again, it's going to come, I'm sure you've heard it, that you have to stay in your own self-respect. You need to be able to cut through illusions, whether they're your own, whether they're this person's. But yeah, just know that there is a little bit there's going to be a little bit more to the quest before things are resolved between the two of you. But I do feel like communication is coming in soon. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much. I hope that this helped you. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. Thank you. And especially everybody's been liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and booking readings. It matters, and I appreciate it.